Guys, I went all the way to Seoul, Korea to find our next guest, Jay Roberts. Jay Roberts is a young builder right here in Brickell, North Bay, and in Tampa. We're going to be talking about building cost, affordable housing, how much money you should make on a deal, where you could get your money from. This guy just started in the game and he's been very, very successful. So you're going to hear about rates, where they're going, the cost of building, permits, regulations, how to get in the game, stay in the game, and how to make money in the game. Join me today with Jay Roberts. Let's talk about your game, man. This is 10X Money Talks. Great to have you here, Jay. You were on the cruise.
Yes.
Back in, what was that, November?
November.
Yeah. It was great to have you there.
Grant, great to be here. It was great to be on the cruise. That was amazing. Your hospitality was incredible. Your family, Elena, your daughters, everybody, Jared, Ryan was... We'll come back to
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. You're the founder and CEO of Prosper Group. What is the Prosper Group?
Prosper Group, we are a real estate development firm based in Miami, and we have 3 developments in Miami and 1 in Tampa. So we have a $2.8 billion portfolio where we're in active sales right now and pre-development.
Yeah, where's that again?
So we have 2 sites in Brickell, and 1 in North Bay Village.
Okay.
And then we have a development.
Just so you guys know that are watching, Brickell is like going to be the new New York City, Wall Street. Like, it's freaking crazy. Like, it's insane. And then the North Bay that he's talking about is where those are $40 million homes.
That's right. Waterfront homes.
Looking back down toward downtown, toward Brickell.
That's right. Brickell. Ken Griffin is building his headquarters. Blackstone just bought the East Hotel.
Yeah.
The owner of Zara just bought the Sabadell Financial Center. So there's billions of dollars that are flowing into Brickell right now, and into Miami.
And the Brickell deals will be what? Is that multifamily?
Luxury condos.
Oh, you're building the condo gang.
Yes.
Dude, how many? Like, I've never built anything. And I'm terrified of the 10-year liability on building.
There's an advantage to building condos, and that in Florida we can use buyer deposits to fund construction. So we get a higher return on invested equity. Like, if you go to California, you go to New York, you have to fund all of that equity with your own equity or your investor equity.
You can't use the down payment.
You can't use the buyer deposits.
So let's talk about that. So what price condos are those?
2,000 a square foot, about $3.5 million.
Okay, $3.5 million. So you're going to get how much of a down payment?
So we're going to get 10% to start.
So $350,000, and you can use the $350,000.
The first 10% you have to bond.
Got it. Okay. So 90% of the down payment you can use.
You can use the $1.4 million to fund your construction costs. So it reduces our equity that we invest.
Got it.
And so we have a much higher return.
You got because you got more leverage.
That's right.
Now the bond costs you what?
2%. Not a lot.
Of the $3.5 million.
Of the 350.
Yeah, of the 350. Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, not
so bad. The total, it's going to be like 0.02.
It's de minimis.
Yeah. Now, the bond is there to protect the construction loan or to protect the buyer with the deposit?
To protect the buyers.
Got it.
What happened in
case you didn't finish?
That's right. In 2008, there were limited small deposits, 5%, 10%. There were people assigning contracts, flipping their contracts. A lot of people got wiped out. They rewrote the rules, the standards. The banks increased their lending quality standards, and they made it harder to secure a construction loan and required the buyers to put more skin in the game. So it's a healthier system. It's a healthier system.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Dude, they got a lot of building going on here. How much inventory they have going up? New, like between Brickell, North Bay.
There's 140 buildings going up.
140 buildings.
In South Florida, yes.
And a building, how many units in your building?
On the river, 158. North Bay Village, 147. Tampa, 600.
How many total buildings going up?
4.
No. How many total buildings?
140.
140 times almost 150 units.
Yeah.
On average.
Yeah. So it's
that doesn't concern you?
Thousands. We have 23 million people in Florida.
Okay.
Florida, we and I call this the Miami miracle. Okay, so we're looking at stats. You know, there's 340 million people in the U.S. projected to grow by 32 million people over the next 25 years. Florida has 23 million people. The University of Virginia just put out their projections for population growth per state. Florida's population growth is number 2 after Texas. We're projected to add 5.1 million more people over the next 25 years. New York City is projected to grow by 819,000.
Over the same period of time.
Over the same period of time. So we have 6 times the amount of growth of New York. And you know, as a real estate investor, Grant, the more people moving, heads in beds, it's better for the developers, it's better for the owners, the supply and demand fundamentals.
Yeah.
So, of course, we're looking at, there's lots of supply, but like you, we like to buy trophy properties.
Yeah.
And our focus is on the water. So we prefer and we go for properties that are on the water.
Yeah, yeah. Now you got 622 units going up. So just the ones in Brickell, what's your cost to build those?
Are $800 a square foot.
So you're building at 800, all in construction costs. Like, break down the costs. This is 10X Money Talks, by the way. We haven't done a show on construction or really real estate here. It's been mostly money, finance, bonds, the gold, silver, Bitcoin. But I'm glad you brought this. I'm glad I got you here today.
Yeah.
So I'm not a builder, but I'm fascinated by it. So you're going to build at $800 a square foot. How does that break down?
So
from the title cost, soft cost, design, construction.
Great question.
Yeah.
So our land cost is going to be about $200 per square foot.
Okay.
In this equation.
$200 times the unit square footage.
Times the sellable square footage.
So if you're, and what's the average square footage of the properties?
1781.
So you're spending $35,000 per unit.
Yes.
On the land costs.
On the land costs.
Got it. Okay. 35,000 for the, so 35 to 50 grand per unit.
Plus soft costs, plus financing costs, all in real estate commissions. We're underwriting $1,600 a square foot. All in cost.
You're underwriting 1,600. I thought you were underwriting 800.
800 is the hard cost. That's just construction.
Oh, so you're going to be all in at 16.
Plus land, plus soft, plus financing.
Plus what you want to make? Is your profit in there yet?
So we're underwriting $2,000 a square foot. So
that's what you're selling for.
A 20% profit. That's what we're underwriting for. We're launching sales for the river later this year. But properties on the river are selling for $2,000 per square foot, and other properties that may be in a better location are selling for $2,200, $2,400, $2,600 a square foot. Properties that are not on the water are going to be selling for $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 a square foot.
But costs less to build because of your costs. So yeah, go ahead.
The reason we like the water is that...
Yeah, dude, I mean, the water is the place you ought to be. So they packed up their bags and they moved close to the sea.
That's right. That's right. People want to be on the water. You're on the water.
Yeah.
Here in Malibu, you're on the water.
Always be on the water, folks.
Always be on the water.
Your premium is going to be, you're always, because you can exit.
That's right. And you have a margin of safety. So the same building off the water, okay, it costs the same to build.
Yeah, right.
It costs the same to build.
Same concrete, same windows.
That's right. But people will pay more to be on the water.
Of course.
So we prefer to be on the water, and that's our margin of safety.
Yeah, 100%. So do you have, you got images. I can insert these into the, I'll do that for you. So
we just got a gift on our second building. So we have a building across the street, and we were considering building residences on it. And we decided to build, we talked to the different brokers, and I had this idea that there was demand for office. There's another building that 120 Brickell by PMG, it sold out in 9 months when other projects were taking much longer. And the genius that they did is that they offered an office suite to the owners of the condos. So if you live in a condo, you don't have to work inside your condo. You go downstairs. You have your own personal suite. So there's demand for that.
Interesting.
We brought in the office brokers, and here's the math on this. They said, we think you should build 100,000 square feet. They just leased
in addition to the five. In addition to the building.
In addition to the building.
Take out of some of that residential.
In addition to.
Okay.
So we have a separate building across the street that we'll use as parking, and we have the ability to build whatever we want. It's commercial space. We're 500 units per acre. So these office brokers, they leased 830 Brickell, which is built by Oko. It's the most recent Class A office. Citadel's in there. The big law firms are in there. Thoma Bravo's in there. Okay. They started the office rents at $65 a foot, maybe like 5-6 years ago. They went up to $110.
Crazy.
The owners were like, oh, I don't know, you're pushing the rents really high. Like, let's not lose these tenants. They said, just trust us. There's the demand. Went up to $150. Okay. $200. They just signed at $250 a square foot. So they said, with your office, you're across the street from Brickell City Center. Again, location. Sure. They said, he's not going to get $250 a square foot. You're going to get $150 a square foot. Excuse me, $140 a square foot. So here's the math, and here's the gift that we just got owning this real estate. Okay. So $140 a square foot times 100,000 square feet. Okay. They said, you're going to sell this at a 5.5 cap. Okay. So $140 at a 5.5 cap is $2,500 a square foot. We're selling the residences at a 20% margin at $2,000.
Oh, because you're selling the office.
So we're going to lease it.
Oh, you're going to lease it or sell it?
We're going to lease it and then sell it.
Sell it off to somebody else.
That's right.
So you're going to fill it up and sell it as an office.
That's right.
Yeah. These aren't office suite condos.
These aren't office suite condos.
It's an office building.
It'll be office building with tenants.
Yeah, and you'll flip off the office part and keep the...
So an additional $250 million of revenue to the project at a 40% margin.
Wow.
So we're super happy about that.
Yeah, you should be. So where do you get your money from?
We raise money from private capital. So my partners in that deal they're a developer from Europe, from Belgium. Great people. They'll be here next week. 4th generations of builders in their family. They've been building, they're called Verschleis. Bart Verschleis and Peter De Decker. Great people. They have been building for 117 years in Belgium.
Wow.
So they are the related companies of Belgium. They're coming here. What we're seeing, you see this, Davos, you see all these, what's happening in Europe. You see America, the American spirit is back.
Yeah.
Europe GDP is 1.5%. America's GDP 4Q was over 5%. You saw that, you're close with the president. So capital wants growth, and they see America as a place of growth, and Florida specifically, where we're based, Grant, is welcoming that capital. We just got the Google co-founders, Larry Page, just paid $185 million for 3 properties.
Yeah, he took one of my employees from me already. Guy that was working on my house.
Really? So
I'm paying the guy $100,000. Larry says, I'll give you 300.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nothing for him. That's a nickel out of his pocket.
It's not, yeah.
So raising capital, we're building our social media presence.
Yeah. So when you go to that group, let's just talk about how you raise capital. Yeah. So these deals weren't out of the ground yet. Did you have a deposit on the land, or?
I put up the money first.
Okay.
And I put up the hard money.
Yeah.
I underwrite a site. We buy all off market.
Yeah.
Underwrite a site.
Why do you buy off market?
We don't like competition. We want a good structure. We don't want to compete on the deal on the site. So we know what we want. A marketed deal, as you know, the price is going to go up, and we like finding diamonds in the rough. So that's what we're good at. That's what we're good at.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have an off-market deal, by the way, if you're looking for multifamily.
Dude, I'm always looking for multifamily. So we can't buy enough of it.
Exactly. I know you have a $5 billion portfolio going to $50 billion.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of buying to do. I have a mega deal. We can talk about it.
Yeah. What is it? What is it? Tell me. You open the door now.
So there's a prime property in downtown Miami. We'll say that. In a great location, amazing location. And they called me and they said, Grant. Yeah. And I said, yeah.
How big is it?
It's over 400 units.
Yeah, dude, let's do it.
Okay.
Is it older product?
No.
Newer product.
It's brand new.
Is
This is 10x quality.
Yeah. This is
10x.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it occupied? Halfway?
Not yet.
Not even half.
No. Yeah. So that's what I can share, but we'll.
Yeah, but I mean, like a deal like that. Okay. So that deal, that's not going to be an off market deal. Okay. That's going to be a deal. If they're going to sell it to me and not go to the market, there's a market for that asset.
Right.
So why would somebody sell that off market when they're like, no, dude, particularly if it's a big institution, they're going to be like, I have to go through the process. We need to determine what the market is. I have not been successful buying off market.
Okay.
for that reason, because I'm having to chase a guy that's not a seller.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Why do you think it's better to buy off market?
They need to monetize. Well, in this situation, these people need to monetize. So I think they would do a deal with you.
They would do a deal off
give you
market if they got their price.
There's,
But I'm chasing a guy that's not really a seller.
These
It's
people
like-
are sellers because they called me to talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. So, but why would they sell early? What's their motivation?
Capital. They need the money.
Okay, good. See, we're doing a deal right now. Okay, guys, this is going to be a $150, $200 million deal
Plus. Yeah.
plus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it could be a massive deal. Does the property have a name yet?
Well, it could be the 10X.
No. What is write the name down of the property on here. We won't tell anybody, but this will be even better if you write the name down.
Okay.
I probably know the deal. Dude, I need to be in Brickell. I need to be in Brickell. Like there's a deal in Brickell right now. Robert Gibbon has the listing on it.
Yeah.
Do you know the deal I'm talking about?
No.
It's 260. I think it's called Solitaire.
Okay.
It's publicly listed. But I want to talk about this. Let me see. Oh, wow, dude, that's crazy. How good's this location?
10. For you, it's a 10.
No, in Brickell, though, how good is
A
it?
10.
Brickell's a 10.
Yeah.
And then inside of Brickell.
This is a 9.9.
Okay.
Yeah. 9.9.
It's on the water? A block?
It's one building over from the water.
Okay.
Yeah. Across the street from Brickell City Center.
Yeah.
Across the street from Brickell City Center. Well, like right there.
Yeah. I think
Restaurants in the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to this. Why?
The developer just called me yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah.
the broker?
No, the developer.
Okay.
The seller.
Yeah, now is the lender. So I just want you to talk to the audience about, in this case, you guys just found a deal, you heard about it. There's going to be two things. There's the builder. He's not really the owner.
Right.
Explain to him who the real owner is.
The lender owns the property until you pay off the loan.
Yeah.
The loan docs that you have to sign.
So
for
what that means is the lender is going to determine whether this asset's sold or not the guy Jay's talking to. So the lender must be putting some pressure. Would that be fair or not? Not necessarily in this case.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. And well, maybe they are internally. Maybe they are internally.
Yeah. But he knows it's a matter of time.
Yeah. It's a matter of time.
Do you know the deal Celeste?
Celeste?
Yeah, it's in no, not Celeste. I'm sorry, not Celeste. Hang in there with this audience. These are $150 million deals. I may as well get it right. God dang it, I don't have it on here. My team's let me down. Okay, so let's go back to this. You think this is a real deal, huh?
It's a real deal.
Yeah.
If it pencils for you.
But we're back to that. We're back to an off-market deal. Guys like, hey, Cardone would be a buyer. Why would he sell it to me at a discount to the market? Why not just let the market determine the value of the asset?
You've positioned yourself as an expert. You, as in which you are.
Yeah.
Not only position yourself, you are. You've proven that. You have achieved tremendous success through social media. So people think of you before calling other people.
Uh-huh.
And it's not always the best to deal with big institutions. They have these processes.
Yeah.
So you are the owner of the company. You're going to make the decision.
Yeah.
And you have the cash.
Yeah. That's true.
You're the money
So
guy.
what's the number? What do you think the number is?
That I don't know.
But
he didn't tell me a number.
You didn't even like, what are you thinking?
I said, let me talk to Grant
Yeah.
and whet his appetite and see if this is even
Dude,
up his alley.
let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm like, I would go now.
Yeah.
Now
We can drive down after this. And
Yeah. Do you think he would stay on till it's stabilized?
Possibly.
Yeah. If we had a deal.
Possibly.
So, good deal, good enough.
Yeah. Deals.
Who's the debt,
Prices are one thing in a deal, and Grant's getting you to a good point.
Yeah.
Is that price is one thing.
Yeah.
Structure is the deal.
Yeah, talk about that, Jay. Talk about that. I just did a video on this today about you guys that are waiting for home prices to drop. You're waiting on the wrong thing. You should be negotiating the terms, not the price.
That's right.
You should give the seller their price and negotiate the terms. So can you talk about this deal structure, or maybe how you set yours up?
Yeah, things that buyers could do, or just some creative ideas. You could do a lease to purchase.
Uh-huh.
So you put down a small deposit and you sign a lease. You're not paying property taxes. You're not paying insurance. You didn't put out a large equity payment. to the owner, you could have the seller do seller financing.
Yeah.
Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you have different kind of taxes than other people. You're making a lot of revenue, but you're not showing a lot of profit. So you ask the seller to do seller financing. One of my deals right now, we are buying in Brickell. I was just with the seller last week in New York, and he wants to do seller financing. So he says, I'll give you 60% of the purchase price as a loan, and I'll stay in the deal. I know my property.
Right.
I don't have to go to a lender. I don't have to pay a broker fee. I don't have to pay a lender fee. He's going to give me a below market interest rate, 6-7%, compared to these acquisition lenders are at 10, 11, 12%, 1 point in, 1 point out. All of this interest
A
reserve.
bunch of hurdles, a lot of lawyers.
So seller financing is a smart way to structure your deal.
Yeah. Now, in that case, you need a guy that owns the property, not an institution.
That's right. Exactly.
So a guy that's maybe been there a long time.
Been there a long time.
Yeah. So in that case, you're just going to give him his price. You're going to be like, yeah, your price is fine. I need the terms, because the terms could be worth more to you than a discount.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because as you know, there's complex capital structures.
Yeah.
There's equity, there's debt, there's mezzanine, there's timing of everything. There's returns on equity, there's closing timelines, there's lender. So these are all factors that we take into consideration when we're structuring a deal.
Jay, how did you get in the game? Where does your finance background come from?
So I worked in investment banking before I got into real estate development in Miami. Going back to the very beginning, I started interning in real estate when I was in college at UC Santa Barbara. So I was in a fraternity. The fraternity,
Great place.
it was a great place.
Beautiful.
Dorm room overlooked the ocean. Was incredible.
Wow.
We played volleyball in the backyard, and it was
What a life.
It was a lot of fun. So I got this internship and at a place called Pacifica Commercial Realty when I was a senior in college. And the owner of the firm, Jerry Beaver, he had pictures of the office buildings that he bought over the years up in our office. And in the first picture was an office building for $2 million, then $4 million, then $6, then $8, then $10, then $20. And you know the story, 30, and then 60
You
million.
get bigger and bigger.
You get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And I said, Jerry, I want to be you when I grow up. How do I do that? And he kind of laughed and he says, well, Santa Barbara is not the place that you want to start your career, but it's the place that you want to end up. I recommend you go to LA, you go work for a top brokerage firm, and you cut your teeth and you learn the business from the ground up. So I moved to LA 2007, recruited, got offers at different investment firms, and I joined a multifamily team, a woman named Kitty Wallace. At the time she was...
Yeah, sure, dude. She was the queen.
She's the queen.
Yeah.
The number one multifamily.
Queen of LA, man.
Yeah, the queen. So I...
Selling all that 70s and 80s apartment stuff, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
We represented, all the big guys in Beverly Hills and LA. And really, I was a glorified cold caller. And Saturdays and Sundays, I walked my market area and I cataloged every single apartment building in the city of Glendale. So that's how I got my start, cold calling in West LA.
Yeah. Now, the investment banking, that was before this.
That was after this.
Oh, okay. So you left that.
So I left that. I said, love LA, but I have this itch to work and study in New York City. So I applied to business schools, flew to New York, had never been to New York. I met with the head of the real estate program at NYU. And I don't come from a real estate family. I was born in Korea. I was an orphan. So
you were adopted.
I was adopted.
Yeah,
I was adopted.
here in the U.S.
Yeah, from Korea to the U.S. So I didn't.
Is your mom Korean?
She is American. She passed away.
Okay.
But I grew up with an American family, and that's why my last name is Roberts. J.
Okay.
And so all of this was new to me. I had no exposure to New York.
How old were you when you were adopted?
3 months old.
Oh, okay, so you're brand new.
Yeah, brand new to
fresh.
America. Yeah, fresh.
Yeah.
And so that helped. That shaped my life and given me a work ethic to work hard and pursue the American dream. So I go to New York. I get a scholarship to go to NYU, study real estate and finance. Moving to New York changed my life. New York's going through its challenges right now with the new crazy mayor.
Yeah.
But New York is a place where the most competitive people go.
100%.
100%.
Some of the smartest, brightest, ambitious.
Best schools, hungriest, competitive. Yeah. They're working. So just
they know they're working against some of the best too.
Yes. So you go, change my life. And then after business school, I joined the investment banking group, real estate investment banking group at Bank of America.
Okay.
Run by Jeff Horowitz. I believe you met with
you know Jeff?
Yes.
Jeff's a legend.
Yes.
You work with Jeff?
Yeah, he was the boss.
Does Jeff
He
know
was
you?
my boss. Yes.
Did he know you if I use your name?
Yes.
Dude, Jeffrey Horowitz
Yeah.
is like, he probably is responsible for 90% of the REITs in this country.
Yeah.
The structure.
He created
The
a
structure.
lot of the REIT industry.
100%.
Yeah. So he's
Wow.
now the chairman
Yeah.
of Bank of America's real estate gaming and lodging
Yeah.
group. We were just texting on Instagram the other day. He's a big golfer. We follow each other on Instagram.
Okay.
So I learned the finance and the real estate and institutional component at Bank of America. And Grant, I know you like to work hard. In this group in investment banking, we worked on average from 9 a.m. till 3 a.m. So just to give people an idea of how intense this environment is. Like, I don't know how many people today
The
have
New
ever
York
worked
investment banking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Investment banking, hedge funds, private equity. It's even on the legal side. You get off these legal calls for an IPO and the bankers talk. And then the lawyers have to stay after and they have to draft the documents. So we worked on average till 3 a.m. If you were so lucky to leave the office at 3 a.m. in our group, half the floor would still be there. It was still humming. And they would say, must be nice to work a half day.
Wow.
Must be nice to work half. Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
You're just
What
working.
kind of money were you making back then?
The base salary for an associate is about $150,000. Okay.
Wow.
Your bonus is maybe 1 times that, probably less.
Another 100?
100, 150.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's per hour. It's not a lot.
It's nothing.
It's not
Bro, what you're learning
what you're learning.
and the muscle and that you're building.
Yes.
Like, nobody can think about 18-hour days. They don't believe that that's real. Like,
No.
people complain about 6-hour, 7-hour.
That's right.
These guys right here are like, I want to go home. This guy's working to 3 a.m., bro.
3 a.m. and the
And if you don't do it, if you don't work till 3 a.m., what do they do with you?
I mean, everyone's doing it.
Like, nobody's not doing it.
At that level, yeah, they filter you to. There's a lot of filters to get into the finance world and the Wall Street.
But the culture is just like, hey, this is what we do here. And now what's the motivation? Is the motivation achievement? Is it learning? Is it money?
It's you think it's
advancement.
It's a little bit of each of those.
Yeah.
Really, it's learning. It's intense learning because you're working 100-hour work weeks when other people are working 40-hour work weeks. So you're getting 2.5 times the amount of experience. In the same week.
Yeah, but that's not the rationale then. Like, I'm in an environment with a bunch of freaking champions.
Yes.
And they're like, dude, we're doing 100 hours. Like this is like what we do.
Yeah.
The idea that you would drop off and not be part of that must be just like tremendous peer pressure, positive peer pressure.
Positive peer pressure.
Yeah.
Because everyone is competing. In these groups, it's super intense. You want to be the best. So
yeah, did you
work
meet
these long-
just to take this into degenerative? Did you meet any of these loser types like the Jordan Belfort guys? Do they have those guys there?
No, those Jordan Belfort.
That's over, huh?
Yeah, that was over. This is very institutional, very buttoned up.
Professional.
Everyone's licensed, background checks, everything.
Yeah.
We're dealing with Hilton. Like, our group took Hilton public.
Yeah, got it.
We took MGM Growth Properties public.
Yeah.
We carved out the real estate casino assets, created a REIT, separated it from the gaming assets.
Dude, look, when I go back and meet with Jeffrey, because I'm gonna go back and hit him again.
Yes.
We spent, I don't know, he gave me 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Turned it into 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yep.
He's like, look, what you're creating with this real estate Bitcoin thing, he's like, you could literally single-handedly destroy the REIT business. He is very, very intrigued.
Yes.
We were there 2 hours before he asked me what cap rate we were buying at.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, by the way, what cap rate are you buying at? I said, you understand, we've been here 2 hours and you just asked me about price.
Yeah.
He's like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, he got it.
What you're doing is super innovative. And
So,
you've always been that way.
I'm going to bring you back. When we go back, you're going to fly with me over there.
I'm coming.
We're going to go meet.
25th floor. He's on the 25th floor. That's the real estate group. His office is in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go see some of my old colleagues.
Yeah. We'll do it for sure.
Yeah.
So, okay, be on call. Be ready. Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. So you're how old? 24, 25?
40. Oh, at this time.
Back then.
At this time, so I was an associate coming out of the MBA program. I was 28.
28.
I
Okay.
was 28. So 28 to 30.
Yeah. So how do you, just for the audience, like you're a 28-year-old guy, you're Korean, you're working in New York. How do you get Jeffrey's attention, or do you?
So it's a big group.
Yeah,
we're all working on deals. Everyone is burning the 3 a.m. oil.
yeah.
So, and as an associate, you're really a nobody. Like you're an analyst, an associate. We're there. We're doing the grunt work.
Yeah,
we're really doing the grunt work. So, maybe you work a little bit longer. I covered a company called DLR, Digital Realty Trust. It was my first staffing. It was the heaviest staffing in the group. It was kind of you didn't necessarily want this staffing.
Staffing meaning what?
So in investment banking, you get an email from your staffer, and he says, Grant, do you want to work on Hilton? And you're like, of course. You're going to say yes.
Sure.
Do I have a choice?
That's cool.
Right? Do you want to work on MGM? Do you want to work on Kimco? Do you want to work on Prologis? These are the REIT names that we cover. And so then you start building a book of your clients. And so I was staffed on DLR, data centers. So our managing...
Before data centers were cool.
Before data centers were cool, and now they've exploded.
Right.
Our managing director, Andy Power, went on to be the CFO. He's now the CEO and just absolutely killing it. But to get Jeff's attention, you really, you're working, you got to have a positive attitude. Everyone has to have a positive attitude. And you just have to put in the work. There's no shortcuts.
Yeah.
There's no shortcuts.
There's no hack. There's no like, okay, it's almost like you just got to keep showing up until you're maybe lucky or get discovered or.
That's right. And you're getting reps. You know this. You're looking at hundreds of deals.
Yeah.
And we see on the internet, people they want this shortcut. They want to hack. They think that there's an easier way to get there. You just have to put in the hours.
Yeah. Now, if you brought Jeffrey, or Bank of America in this case, if you brought him a Grant Cardone idea,
yeah,
would that get Jeffrey's attention? Would that get you elevated?
Back then?
Yeah.
Probably not. No. No.
Because
analysts and associates, you're so low that no one is listening to you.
Listen.
No one's listening to you at this time.
Stay in the kitchen, son.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Stay
keep
in your cubicle. Stay in your cubicle. Making Excel models.
Yeah. But dude, so you're just putting in the work right there. You're literally working 18-hour days. You're an associate. Nobody's paying attention to you. You don't have a parking place with your name on it.
No. We're walking to the office. Yeah. In and out. Yeah. So you're coming into the building.
You're one of how many people?
In our group, there was probably 80 people in our group. 80 people. We were in the Bank of America Tower. Yeah. One Bryant Park right there on 42nd Street.
Dude.
You were there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They got 3 buildings on that.
Oh yeah. It's incredible. Incredible real estate.
Okay, so you leave there.
Mm-hmm.
When do you decide, hey, I'm going to go be my own guy, build my own deals?
I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I
don't all those guys though?
No.
Or no?
No, bankers, no.
No?
If you're a career banker, you like being in the bank.
You want the safety, the security, the golden handcuffs.
That's right.
The insurance.
In 2020, I moved to Miami during COVID. So 2 weeks in, COVID happens. I moved to Miami. And I said, this is going to be a better place to quarantine. The weather is better. And it turned out to be one of the best decisions of my life.
Yeah.
Right? Florida opens up early. California's locked down. New York's locked down. Florida and Texas really proved during this time we excelled.
Yeah.
So right place, right time. Started raising money for other developers. They said, Jay, you're a banker. You're from New York. You know real estate. We need to raise money. All developers need money. All real estate needs capital. The more real estate you want to buy, you're constantly raising money. Blackstone, they have $1 trillion. They're still raising money, right? So the developers come to me, said, Jay, can you help me raise capital? I helped the developer raise for a condo project in downtown Miami.
How big was that?
That was 250 condos and about 200 hotel keys. So 450 units, mixed use. He had office, he had F&B. And we secured a $340 million construction loan through a group out of New York. And that was my...
You helped raise that, the construction loan or the equity?
I was on the deal team that helped raise the construction loan.
Okay.
The financing. So the senior position, not the equity on this.
Got it.
So we closed that deal end of 21. I saw Tampa was exploding and the real estate market was growing. 2022 Zillow ranked Tampa the #1 real estate market in the country. So I said, I want to go where the growth is. So Bill Gates and Jeff Vinnick were developing something called Water Street in downtown Miami. You know.
Sure.
And they were investing $4 billion to gentrify Tampa. So I said, there's less competition in Tampa. You got Bill Gates there. You got Jeff Vinnick putting $4 billion in. I'm going to go buy things around where these guys are at.
Yeah, we almost bought a bunch of office down there. I'm glad we didn't, but
yeah, right. Tampa's it's coming back. I'd be interested to hear like what kind of deals you're looking at now. So I moved to Tampa for a year, buy a house, do my tour of duty, drive around every single day looking at sites. So Silverstein out of New York, they paid a huge number for a site in 22.
They owned the World Trade Center.
The World Trade Center. Yeah. Yes. So they set the market for the comps. So in real estate, we look at comps, real estate comps, sales comps to justify what we're doing and to compare ourselves against the market. So they pay a huge number for a deal in a worse location in downtown Tampa, kind of away from the action. And so I had met some sellers, 3 different sellers, full city block. The zoning in Tampa is amazing. CBD zoning, unlimited density, steps away from Bill Gates and Jeff Vinnick. So I'm like, I hit the jackpot. Okay. I signed it for $22.7 million.
You don't have the money.
No. At that time, no.
You got $22.
I put up the deposits. Oh, we put it up. I hire CBRE at this time, okay, to flip the contract, to flip the property. They get me 7 offers, all over $30 million.
Wow, dude, good for you.
So the story doesn't end there. So I signed with a group, multifamily group, for $36.5 million. Okay, so
you're in at 22, cost you a couple million.
Yep.
So you're going to turn 2 million into like
14 million.
14, yeah.
14 million.
7x.
Yeah. So I signed in June 22. They're going through due diligence. And then Jerome Powell, well, he's raising rates. He's raising rates. This inflation thing starts bubbling up.
Yeah.
And they start raising rates. Equity dries up. The last day of their diligence period, they call and they say, we got to terminate the contract.
Yeah.
So I extended the contracts. 22, 23, 24 was very tough for multifamily.
Yeah.
The only thing that underwrote, because in Florida we can use buyer deposits to fund construction, was a condo.
Right.
They came in. Abid, my partner, and Luigi. He was a former banker. He was the head of Bank of Montreal's sales and trading group in Toronto. We immediately hit it off. We were like brothers, and we teamed up and joined forces, and we launched a project called Aura Hotel. Condo hotel in downtown Tampa, 620 units. So we launched sales at the beginning of last year. We've sold over 200 million in sales year to date. It was the fastest selling project, still is, in Tampa.
Wow.
And we're close to getting our construction loan. Everyone told us the project's too big. But what we know, and you know, Grant, is supply and demand. We were the only game in town. We were the only condo hotel that gave you flexible ownership. So did that in Tampa, and then I moved back to Miami in 23. Started looking at.
So you completed Aura.
Aura is in pre-sales now.
Oh, okay. So you're not out of that deal yet.
We're not out of the deal. Each sale that we make, the deal's de-risked.
Yeah, sure.
So
how long? So you've been in that deal since 20.
Yeah, 20.
Here we are 26.
22.
Well, you put your deposits down in 20. No, you
22.
moved here. Yeah, so 22. So 23, 24, 25, 20. This will be your 4th year in the project.
Yeah.
Your $2 million still invested.
Yep.
So like,
well, we got our money out.
Okay,
we got
so
our
you
$2
got
million
your
out.
money back.
Yeah, we got our $2 million out, and I have an ownership in the project.
You own something with no money in it now.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right. Yes.
And so how much longer will this thing unveil? Like,
so
you've been in 4 years, almost 4 years.
Let's say we hit 50% in this year. Second half, we're aiming to close our construction loan. Okay, so close our construction.
So
2Q26.
That means what, Jay? That means when you close the construction loan, it's paid off, and you're into.
In condos, you want to get to your construction loan. Once you get to your construction loan, the project is going to get finished and it's going to get sold.
But when you get to the construction loan, that means you're building it out, you're finishing it?
Yes. So then you get your construction loan and you start construction.
Oh, got it. Okay. I didn't get that.
And you start construction. The construction lender is not going to give you the money if they don't think that it's going to get finished.
And you have deposits on how many units right now?
200
out of
627.
Yeah.
So we have deposits on those.
On a third.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
On a third. So through different types of loans,
I don't know how you do this, dude. The stress must be extreme.
It's
Because look,
yeah,
I mean, compared to what I do, like I would wait until the 600 units, in your case, it wouldn't be condos, it'd be rentals. They would be basically 540 people living in them.
right.
Rents coming in. I'm just a coward. Like I don't know how you handle all this. I know if it works, it's going to be great for you. You guys are going to pick up what? $40 million?
100 billion.
100. You'll make 100.
The profit will be 100 plus.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
100 plus.
6 years,
Yep.
start to finish.
Start to finish. And we're keeping the units
Why would you keep them?
because we know the value is going to go up over time.
So how do you make the 100 if you keep the units?
So we'll have 100 million in value,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
100 billion in real estate,
Yeah.
debt free. So that's Tampa.
What don't you like about the game? Let's just talk about, like, everybody hears you could make 100 million. Let's talk about what you don't like about the game when it goes bad.
No matter what you do, if you want to be successful, you want to be in business for yourself, you want to be an entrepreneur, it's going to be hard. There's going to be problems, and that you have to deal with as the CEO, as the founder. So you have to love the game, and I've learned to appreciate problems. Okay, you don't learn when you're winning. You don't learn when things are going well. You learn when you have pain, as Ray Dalio talks about.
Yeah.
It's instructive. You're like, I shouldn't do that. I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Right? I did something stupid. Or, you have a problem with someone, part of your business. So problems and pain is part of growing, and it's part of learning and evolving. So I love the business. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, get right to it, work out from 6 to 7. So I love the game, the ups and the downs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't love the downs, dude. I don't love the wandering.
Right.
I don't love the wait. See, for me, the man, 6 years on a project.
Yeah. It's
It's like,
so 25. I did a lot of studying. Warren Buffett, Charlie, these guys, Stanley Druckenmiller. I know you're a Buffett guy.
yeah,
And business and wealth building is a long game.
yeah, it is.
It's not 2 years and you make $100 million. Like, it just doesn't work like that. So 6 years isn't that long. My orientation is 10
agree.
years,
Yeah.
10 years plus. So you have to put in the work. It takes time. It takes decades really to build success like you've built.
Yeah.
The downs, of course, they're not great. And your story, how you got started, we wouldn't be who we are without the downs.
Yeah, you're right.
We wouldn't be. I wouldn't have learned, without, making mistakes. If it was just up and to the right. So, when you're in it, of course, you don't want this problem and it sucks and, it's painful. But, if you can take that as an entrepreneur and you can say this is teaching me something, and then look back, in the future and learn from that, then you're evolving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you're evolving very quickly from being an associate to being in deals that make 100 million. I mean, that's extraordinary. Now, how do you split that with your partner?
Every deal is different. In this case, there's an ownership split. So we don't have any outside investors, and typically we do a GP LP structure. In this case, it's a pie, and we cut up the pie. Mm-hmm. So I have a piece of the pie. At the end, do you want to sell? No, we're going to keep our units and hold them, because we know downtown Tampa is going to be great real estate. Yeah,
so you're going to take that $100 million of units. You'll own them free and clear. Will you rent them?
So we'll rent them and we'll collect the income.
Oh, good. Yeah.
We'll own them and collect the rent.
What do those rent for?
So it's hotel. It's nightly rentals. So
got it.
It's a condo hotel. So we operate. My partners are great operators. They have 4
So when it's not being lived in as a condo, you guys can rent them out on a nightly.
That's right. That's right. And we're not going to have any long-term tenants in our units, so we'll be renting them out. Got it. And Tampa's a great hotel market in Florida.
Now, how's the Tampa market, Jay, different than the Brickell market or North Bay?
They're very different.
Yeah.
South Florida, Miami is going to be, and historically, Latin American driven. That's changed after COVID, where a lot more Americans are coming down, and people from all over the world. Tampa is going to be Midwest buyers, different West Coast, very wealthy people too, just a different market.
Talk about why does the Midwest not make it to Miami, but they're like, oh, I can do Tampa, as opposed to New York moving to Miami. Why do you think that is?
Tampa, these are cultural differences. Yeah, they don't like the flash of Miami,
right?
And kind of
so LA moves. Where does LA move to?
LA people, I haven't met too many people from LA. They should be leaving. Their weather is so good that they're dealing with this guy Newsom, this crazy guy Newsom. Right. Yeah,
knee pad Newsom.
Knee pad Newsom. Yeah, this guy
that backfired on him.
Yeah, he's in for a reckoning.
Yeah,
the way he's running.
So you're saying the Midwest guy that lives in Minneapolis.
Yep.
Minneapolis didn't move into Miami. They're like, nah, it's too.
I haven't met anybody from Minneapolis.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, the city, the culture you're talking about, because I think people need to understand the demographics of people moving, the migration patterns.
Yes.
New York City is not going to move to Orlando, ever. It's just not going to happen. They're going to be like, what are you, this is Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. New Jersey might.
They might.
Right?
Yeah.
They might. Just talk about that, like how people move around the country.
Yeah, it's
Boston would move where? I'm just making this up. I'm not saying you know anybody. Boston would move where along that East Coast as they gravitate?
Boston would probably move to like, Boca or further up the coast.
Exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Boca, Palm Beach.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe Miami,
Jupiter.
Fort Lauderdale, Jupiter.
Yeah, I haven't met too many people from Boston.
No, you won't. But,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you meet a lot of New Yorkers. There's a lot of
a 65-year-old divorcee.
Yeah,
white from New York City. They were a hedge fund. Where are they moving to?
Oh yeah, they're moving to Venetian Island. Yeah.
Exactly. They're not moving to Miami Brickell.
No,
it's too young.
Yeah, yeah.
And let's say, see, to me, like L.A. Or Santa Barbara.
Yeah,
Santa Barbara's not going to even move to the East Coast. They're going to move to Naples.
Yeah. Santa Barbara, if you're in Santa Barbara, you are...
I still want that sunset.
Yeah, you're removed from the LA.
Yeah, exactly.
You've made it.
Yeah.
Oprah's living in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Paul Orfalea, the founder of Xerox, is in Santa Barbara.
San Diego won't move to Miami.
San Diego likely won't.
It's too chill.
It's too, the weather's too...
They're going to look for chill again.
Yeah, yeah. San Diego's business community is different than other parts of the country, as you know.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to wrap up these deals in Brickell.
Yes.
When would those wrap?
2030. 2030.
2030.
Yep.
Dude, you're going to be 90 years old then, bro.
My biological age.
Yeah.
I know you're into health.
Yeah.
So I did my biological age last year. 24.
Wow.
24.
I wonder what I am. I should do mine.
Yeah. Speed of aging.
Yeah. Now, and you're on a fast right now. We started this because you just told me you're fasting. What encouraged you to fast, and why'd you do that?
Fasting for health benefits.
Have you done it before?
I've fasted before, 16 hours, 18 hours, but never like this.
Yeah, 72.
Never 72. Never even beyond 24.
Yeah.
Until this year, and so health benefits, longevity, wellness. We're seeing that we can live much longer. I just had a guy, Kevin Peak, on my show. He wants to live to 150. So the body, and is regenerating. It's killing dead cells. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The improvements that you get in this 72-hour fast are just, it's almost like a miracle. You're turning back the clock. I'm sure you feel amazing after your fast.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great. And it was also a challenge. I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could do it.
Yeah. Well, you could do anything, dude.
Yeah.
You're a winner, bro.
Yeah.
So, what would you tell people, Jay, the negatives of real estate, and then also the negatives of the construction game?
Yeah.
So that people understand what they're getting into here.
Yeah.
First the real estate.
The negatives of that you can have in real estate are, if you don't know what you're doing, you make a mistake. You talk to your buddy, they have a deal.
Yeah.
They have a deal. I have a friend of mine came into my office yesterday, very successful tech entrepreneur, like really successful. Yeah, he's like, Jay, I want to invest in this deal. And what do you think about it? And I said, okay, tell me about the deal. It was car condos in Wynwood. And I said, okay, who's the developer? And he's like, was it developed before? How big's the project? It was like 75 million. He wants me to put up the money. I said, you could have a big problem here. This guy hasn't done it.
Right.
And he doesn't have a partner that's done it. Okay. So he was kind of brokering deals. And I said, look, you're going to get yourself into trouble. I know you want to do this car thing, but that's one way you can get into trouble is if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Other ways you can get into trouble, as you know, is if you're over levered, if you don't have the staying power, if you don't have cash flow, if you're not in the right location, if you have bad tenants. These are all ways that you can get in trouble. Yeah. But staying power is important in real estate because every asset class goes through different cycles. So real estate is no different. I think it's the best asset class. Yeah. One of them out there. But those are some of the problems that you have.
Now the complications with building. The construction side, going from a blank piece of land.
It's very complicated.
Yeah.
You have a lot of engineers, you have general contractors, you have partners. So it's sophisticated. Your underwriting, you have to know the numbers. You have to get real data from these experts, and you have to work with people that know what you're doing. So construction costs can go up. So when I'm underwriting a deal, I'm talking to the contractors. We're getting bids from all the biggest GCs in Miami right now. So we're comparing everyone's number.
Yeah, and how do they control the cost of cement, glass, steel, electrical costs, copper costs?
So your general contractor, your GC, is managing the subcontractors. Okay, so your cement guy, that's going to be one cost. So we know what that pricing is. This is what your shear walls look like. Here's the cubic tonnage of cement that we need. Here's the cost per ton that it's going to cost you for your building.
But how do they predict that? Could be 3 years.
They'll call the electricians and the cement people. Yeah. And get a number. Yeah. And so we're managing it as we're going. So when you start the design, you start with a conceptual plan.
Got it.
What can I build here? All right. Do the numbers work out based on the current numbers? Then you go through schematics. Then you get to construction drawings. So you have detailed drawings and you're further along in your process. That's when you go out and you get bids from the contractors. And they're going to be more accurate bids. And then the contractor, and how we protect ourselves, is the contractor signs what's called a GMP, guaranteed maximum price. So they say, Jay, I'm going to build your building for $250 million. Any overage, I'm responsible for. So they need to make sure we've all done the work. They don't want it to be over, and we don't want it to be over.
Now, the problem with the GMP is he going to fluff it up so much that he protects himself?
We're in a competitive market.
Got it.
So we have 6 GCs that have bid to us.
Got it. So somebody's going to get it right.
Yeah, someone's going to get it right.
Yeah. So the timing, how long it takes, the construction costs.
That's right.
Liability. What about liability? Or you're protected on everything?
Oh, there's always risks. There's always risks.
But for $100 million, you're like,
yeah, you'll do the work.
Yeah.
You'll take the risk. You'll take the stress.
Yeah. And then leverage, Jay, how much leverage do you put on these deals? Do you try to max out your leverage as a builder? Because
construction financing is about 60%.
Okay.
60%.
And the other 40, what are you going to pay for that other 40?
So the other 40, and
you could come to me and say, hey, Grant, you want to fund this project? I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
What do I expect to get? What would you give me for that funding?
Depends what time you come into the deal. At what point? If you come in the beginning, you take the risk. We take the risk together. You're going to get a higher return. You come later on when it's de-risked. Yeah. As you know, there's going to be a lower return. We can use buyer deposits to fund construction. So that's one of the huge advantages and why you see.
But dude,
George Perez is a billionaire.
Yeah. I was with George 2 weeks ago. Yeah. What a guy, dude.
Yeah.
With the related group?
Yeah, exactly. He's an animal. Yeah, incredible. He's the godfather of Miami real estate development.
Now, cost to build today.
Yeah.
Like if I was Miami.
Yeah.
Cost to build a condo. What is it?
About $800 a square foot.
800. So 2,000 square feet is going to cost $1.6 million to build it.
Yep.
So talk about, and I was saying this the other day, I'm like, I saw some guy on X. These people on X are such I'm like, what are you guys doing? They keep quoting housing numbers.
Yeah.
Housing prices have to come down. I'm like, guys, housing prices cannot come down.
No, they're not. Yeah.
If the cost of the land and the permits and the building and the construction costs and the labor don't come down. Like, you can't make stuff come down.
No.
So I looked in Austin. I think Austin costs $600 a square foot to build.
Okay.
So that's $1.2 million for a 2,000 square foot house.
Yep.
So just talk about here. How does housing prices go down? How would anybody make them go down? Like, everybody's waiting for them to go down. I'm like, they're not going down, folks. I'm sorry to tell you this, but how would that happen?
The only way, well, not the only way, but one way that they would go down is if there was a huge increase all of a sudden in supply.
But how could that be?
And it's not going to happen. So these people, granted, I agree with you. The housing prices are going to go down, or we're in a crash, and the market's crashing. People forget it's a math equation. Yeah. Okay. It's math. It's math. It's interest rates. When the cost of a mortgage doubles.
But even if the interest rates, let's say there was no rate.
Yeah.
How does the cost of the build go down?
If your construction costs go down, which is possible,
but how would that happen? How would the cost of cement go down today?
If your energy costs go down,
how would
potentially.
How would that happen? How does labor prices go down?
Labor prices?
Well, how? You don't have enough labor on these jobs now? How many times are you short labor?
Labor's tough. Labor's tough in construction.
Drywall.
Yeah.
Electricians, plumbers, HVAC, roofs.
We need more of those people.
Fuck you. How are you going to get them? Take interest rates to zero. I told the Trump. I said, guys, you can get interest rates to zero. You're not going to solve the problem here.
Right.
The way to solve the problem is to get rid of regulations. You can't do that.
Deregulate. Yep.
That's probably on a project you're doing. What percentage of the cost of that project is just bullshit? Permits.
We're lucky. We're fortunate in Florida, and it's one of the reasons that we have so much growth.
You think it's better here than California?
Oh yeah, I know it's better than
New York.
Yeah, I know.
Boston.
It's better. Yeah, 100%.
But it still costs you what, 15 or 20% of the project?
In the Pacific Palisades in California, the fires were a year and a half ago. Have they issued very many permits? We know.
No,
yeah,
zero.
Yeah, they need you in California.
You still think no? They don't need me. They're not ready for change. Okay, they're ready for me when they're ready for radical tsunami of change.
Radical.
So what percent here in Miami on Brickell? What do you think the percentage is? Just soft permit, non-tangible, no value to anyone. 15?
It's not as much as people may think. We have a great framework. We have a great zoning framework in Miami, in Miami-Dade, in Florida.
But I still got to get it approved, dude. I still have to.
Yeah.
So what do you?
You're gonna have to pay lawyers to do that.
Good. And there's no value. There's no value to the end user in any of that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying right now?
Yeah, I understand.
What's the value in somebody stamping something approved?
We definitely need a better process.
So what percentage of your cost to build is just bullshit?
It's de minimis.
No value fluff.
In a condo tower, maybe $500,000. It's de minimis. It's not a lot in the permits that you.
That's why you want to go bigger. The bigger you go, the less that cost is.
Yeah. It's for your time and skill. Yeah. You talk about this all the time.
Okay, so let's talk about. I want to talk about that single family home guy.
Yeah.
It's like, costs have to go down.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting a change made on my house, my single family home, and there's a code. These codes that you have to abide by. It says I have to have railings.
This is here or in?
This is my single family home, Golden Beach.
Yep.
I have 8 steps.
Okay.
Down to the pool, and I have to have railings. I don't need the railings.
Yeah.
I have a wall I can hold on to. But they said, no, you have to have railings.
Okay.
Because there's some code. So what do I have to do? I have to go put the railings in. Okay. I got to bring them back out here to look at the railings. And everybody knows what I'm going to do with the railings tomorrow.
Right. Take them out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that is a cost. That's the codes. That's when the city gets involved and makes things more expensive.
Over-regulation, of course, that's a problem. You see it in California. You see it in Europe. Fortunately, Trump won, and we got rid of these woke policies and a lot of these things that didn't help anyone, as the current administration talks about. That if there's one new regulation, he wants to get rid of 10 regulations.
Yeah.
So that will help. And our business leaders were just in Davos, and they were saying, "Look, it's time to go. It's time to grow." That's deregulated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Europe's starting to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to go back to this. How do we make housing affordable in America?
We build more.
Okay, so you're going to build what? How many units?
Build more.
Let's say we build 3 million units.
Supply.
Supply goes up, but how did the cost go down? The cost to build.
The cost could stay the same. Okay.
Okay.
The cost could stay the same, right?
So let's say
let's say the cost to make these waters, right, is $5.
Yeah.
Right. You're the only one with the water bottle selling. Okay. Your cost is $5. You want to charge $20. I have to pay you $20, right?
Yeah, if you're thirsty enough.
Right. If you're thirsty.
Yeah.
The next guy comes, I see you charging $20. I'm going to charge $18. People are going to come to me.
Yeah.
Right. So we're in a free market.
I might buy all your water.
Come buy it for $18.
Just buy it all. And
I made 13.
And then I sell it back to this guy for 20. I have my stock sells for 20. I make $2 on yours.
You could. I made 13.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. But you're out of stock now.
Yeah. And I'm going to take that 13 and I'm going to go buy more water.
Yeah.
At $5.
But Jay, you can't. My issue with this is that how do you get the cost? If the guy can't afford $440,000 for a single family home,
right?
You can't put the 20 grand down, the 5%. You can't make the $3,000 payment. If you build another million units that are $440,000, he still can't afford it, no matter how many you build.
This person, whoever that is, that person, they're not in the market. No matter the price, if it's 300 or if it's 400. When interest rates come down, more people are going to be able to afford.
No, I agree with that.
Afford homes.
Yeah.
So that's the big driver, and we just saw it in South Florida. South Florida Business Journal just sent out this week that in December, year over year, single family home sales, condo sales were up 10%, 10.1%, 13% in Palm Beach. That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
So this rate, it's happening. We are entering into the growth phase. That's my prediction.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about my real estate Bitcoin.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, you've seen what I'm doing with that.
Yeah.
What's your opinion? What's your feedback on it? How would you do it different?
You have always been a visionary and a trailblazer and a leader. You paved the way in social media.
I don't know if that's good, but
crowdfunding. I believe in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
There's limited supply.
Yeah.
There's only 21 million coins. We know fiat, our currency, valuation of the dollar is going down. So I believe in that. I believe in good real estate. That's really smart. Okay. The price, lately of Bitcoin is, it's been kind of humming along.
Just a nasty little.
It's
disappointing, like a nagging wife.
You're going to buy more. Now is the time to buy more because this is a long game. You're going to be in this a long time. I think it would be worse if it was going up every day. If it was 150,000, 200,000, right? This thing's kind of going out of control.
I'm checking on the price right now. Let's see.
It's about 89,000.
No, it's not. Yeah.
90,000.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
putting the two together, why does that make sense or not make sense to you?
Well, it makes sense because you get to hedge. So if you believe in cryptocurrencies, if you believe that the financial system is going to move to the digital world and Bitcoin is a store of value. There's a limited supply. You understand supply and demand. You understand that long-term Bitcoin will go up as there's more demand. People don't realize what the current administration and globally people are doing for crypto. The last administration had all these regulations. They were going after all the crypto people. But the current administration is opening it up. So we're in the early days. You're early, which is good. Is the banking system is going to transition over to this, right? So next year it might not be, Grant is a genius. Bitcoin went to 200,000.
Yeah.
But over time, this trade is gonna play out.
Yeah.
And you buy great real estate. So I believe in that.
Yeah, you saw that Boca deal that we bought.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great deal.
By the way, that could be condoed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's huge upside for you.
No
development risk.
Zero.
Okay? Yeah. Boca, incredible location.
366 units. What do you think those sell for?
366. I'd have to know the square footage. I did the math.
About 1,000.
1,000?
I mean, we could collapse some of them. I don't need 366. We could collapse it down to, we could put 2 units together, spend some money there.
Yeah.
Maybe,
maybe 1,800 to 2,000 a foot, so 1.8 million to 2 million. You have 366, 722. What'd you pay for?
230.
Yeah, 230. Yeah.
I make $500 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't you help me with
my
that?
numbers could be up.
So who would you bring on? Who would you bring on? Who would be your top 3 GCs to turn that into a condo?
To turn that into a condo.
Yeah.
Well, there's more than 3, so I wouldn't limit us to 3. I'd go out to the market. In Brickell. So they've all
now they build for their fee just to build it and get out, or they're
just for their fee.
Yeah, they just want to get. They're just builders.
They're just builders. They're just builders. So
and
you have a lot of upside.
They build from the ground up, or would one of these guys do this project?
One of these guys
in a conversion
probably do this project. Yeah,
we should talk about that.
Let's do it. Let's talk.
Yeah, I've never sold anything. I know I'll regret it, but if I could pick up $500 million for our investors on that deal, and we'd end up owning the Bitcoin for free, we'd make $400 million if I split it with a guy. Yeah. Let's say I split it.
Yeah,
we split 500. We each get 200 million.
Yeah.
Pay off the investors.
Yeah.
Get a promote on 200.
Get a promote on 200.
And I own the Bitcoin.
And you own the Bitcoin.
1,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah. That's incredible. It'll be your best deal ever. You've done a lot of good deals.
A big, great deal. Jay, you're awesome, dude.
Yeah, Grant. Thanks for having me.
We're going to do this again, okay? Because I want to talk about, I'm looking at getting into a building. That's what we were meeting with Related about.
Okay.
And we're looking at tearing this down right here.
Yep.
What do you think this would be per unit for the land?
I have
330 units right here. Aventura, right side of on the water.
On the water.
You're gonna get more than 50 grand a unit for the
land?
For the land.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's condo.
Across the street, those guys are selling for 550 to 600 grand a unit.
Okay.
Across the street.
Okay.
Mill Creek.
It's kind of low.
That's Mill.
Yeah.
That's low for apartments.
For apartments. Okay.
Not condos.
Okay. Okay. I'm thinking condo numbers.
Yeah. You're a condo man.
Yeah. I'm a condo guy. Yeah.
Well, dude, we should figure out how to do a deal together somehow.
Yeah. We have. Yeah. Let's do it.
How much of your money? Do you get any money off of social media crowdfunding?
I don't do seminars.
You're getting it. Yeah, but you're getting one big wedge from a equity.
We're getting inbounds.
Yeah.
On the way up here, we got a call. And said, someone saw you on social media. They've been following you. They have a billionaire family from Mexico. They want to meet with you. They want to invest in Florida. So that's how I get investors, and investors come to me through social media.
We should look at how to do something together, dude, like on a because I want to get in the building game, and I'm sure you'd like to be in my income game.
Of course. Yeah.
So this is cool, man.
Awesome. Great.
Okay. Where can people follow you? I know you're on Instagram.
At J Roberts.
At J Roberts anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere, everywhere.
Yeah. And you'll find him. You'll see what he's doing. Hey, best of luck to you, dude.
Awesome.
Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, Grant.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks for supporting the Grant Cardone Foundation last year.
Oh, it was amazing.
I hope you get to.
We'll be back. We'll be back this year.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.